mind body solutions. As we simply see this, mind body solution means mind governs the body and all the things which occur in body. Mind is basic reason of that. The main mantra, very important mantra for this is Man eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayo. It means, this says that mind is the reason of bondage or liberation. It means mind is a master key which operates the body. Body is nothing but manifestation of mind. Mind is mind when it reverberates, and when it settles down, it becomes soul. And because soul is the carrier of the karma, and as we know that karmas are seed which are responsible to grow a tree, a sapling and a tree. So as the karmas are, the same body one gets, same physiology, same yoni, same species one gets birth into. It means that mind is a carrier, the soul is the carrier, and when mind is settled down, that is soul, and when it is active to that consciousness, that lively aspect of that soul, that is mind. So it means whatever happens in the body, mind is the prime reason of that. So if we want to address any problem of physiology, then mind is the key, master key to address it. And because whatever we learn, whatever we experience, whatever we perceive, whatever perception we create, whatever creative intelligence we have, whatever memory we have, mind is the sole key of that. Mind is the gate, mind is a tool, mind is a medium for all these things. It means to understand the problems of body, one must understand the mind. And to understand the mind, we'll have to understand the play of consciousness. And what is consciousness? Consciousness is beholder of the universe. Consciousness, all there is what there is. It means that it is like an ocean where many varieties of waves, they just emerge and again merge into ocean. It is very simple. And the thrust, how one wave will go up, that thrust decides how high it will go. It means that energy which is pushing the wave to go up, that causes the height of wave. And what that thrust is? That thrust is created by the conscience, of a person. And that is another form, and there is another mantra which says Sankalp Matrin Siddhati. Whatever resolution you take, it materializes. Whatever the goal you fix, you can achieve it if your commitment. If you resolve to get it, you will get it. It means mind is that force which is responsible to create the goal, to effort to create, to make that intense effort to achieve that, and as a result, one achieves that. It means mind is the master key to fix a goal, to effort for that goal, and to achieve that goal. Similarly, if mind is weak, mind is illusioned, mind is in dilemma, then efforts are less, efforts are diluted, and result is not achieved in that manner. So it means all problems related with physiology can be understood by understanding the mind. And to understand the mind, we understand the source of mind. The source of mind is that soul. And to know that soul, no definition will work, no ism will work, no intellectual understanding of that will work. Only way to alter, to understand, or modify anything related with that mind is to be with that, to experience that. And how to experience that? Just by going to that subtlest level, which is the source of mind. And that source of mind is that soul, that pure consciousness, that is complete in itself, independent in itself, but interdependent with the entirety, with the unified consciousness, with that totality, with that total consciousness. So it means if you want to understand the play, the technique to govern the mind, why to govern the mind? To achieve the desired goals, to achieve desired results. That is the science and technology. To whatever you desire, you achieve. Whatever you wish, you become. So what is the master key? What is the science and technology to achieve that? That science and technology to achieve every goal or to get your resolution materialized, that is the secret master key to govern that, to own that key. And how to own that key? Just by, not by knowing that, but by being that, by experiencing that, by settling down in that level of consciousness, which is called the source of mind. When mind settles down, it becomes soul. And that soul is the reason of all happening, of mind, body, and everything related with these aspects. So if we want to, like Maharshi says something wonderful, that what are the root to enjoy the fruit? It means if you want to get any desired results by body, then you'll have to command the mind. And how to command the mind? Just going to the source of the mind, and that is not achieved by any effort. This is something wonderful. That is because that is achieved by not effort. That is achieved by effortlessness. Because every effort takes you far away from that source. And as we become effortless, we that is very spontaneously. When we are indulged in efforts, it means our mind, body, intellect, or indriyas, or mind is active in something. And till the mind is active, it cannot be settled down in the source of its origin point, and that is soul. So it means when one becomes effortless, that effortlessness brings a person to the source of mind, and that is soul. And that is the point where one experiences the origin point of mind. And just by experiencing that, one becomes that. And all the stress, strains, guilts, complexes of a consciousness, of mind, subconscious mind or mind, when they all dissolve in that source, and that is the spontaneous process, that is the quality of that soul. Because if anything which is multiplied by 0 becomes 0, if anything goes in vacuum, it merges in vacuum. Similarly, that consciousness, that mind, when it is settles down, it becomes soul. And soul, that soul has the quality of absolute nothingness. But this nothingness is not nothingness. That has nothingness as well as the quality, potential of emerging everythingness. So it merges everything into it, and it can create everything out of it. So when all these stress, strains, guilts, complexes, they merge into it, just by going to that, just by merging there, just by becoming effortless, we become one with that soul, with that unified field, with that pure consciousness. And when one is established in that consciousness, one becomes that consciousness. And when one becomes that consciousness, when one starts owing that consciousness, and then what happens? Because that consciousness is the source of all creation. So one has the command gradually, of course. It is a process. It is a process, step by step. So then one starts commanding the mind, and by commanding the mind, one starts commanding the consciousness. Then all the siddhis, all the qualities of different level of consciousness, those are described in Vedic sciences, Patanjali Yoga Sutra. What happens when you are establishing that level of consciousness and different level of consciousness. And that is beautiful, that if you are established in certain level of consciousness, then certain qualities, they developed in your physiology. Then you start owning those qualities which are not normally available in normal physiologies. So it means mind commands the body, and all the problems related with body can be treated by addressing the mind, and vice versa. So it means all the mind-body solutions are interrelated, interdependent, and the master key of all these problems And all these solution of this problem, all these problems lies in dealing with the mind. And dealing with the mind is very well defined and described in thoroughly in detailed in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So I am surprised why many scholars, very brilliant scientists, they just roam here and there and there. They just create confusions in their thoughts and in their perception, in their definitions. A beautiful literature is there. And it is not merely literature, it is the applied science and technology of consciousness, how consciousness works, how mind works. One can verify it not in lab, but in the lab of his or her own physiology, just by experiencing those things which are described in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So, if one realizes that, one experiences that, then all the so-called mind-body solutions, all the problems related with mind-body, all the solutions are there. All the solutions are there if we understand this sutra, this mantra, man eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayo. It means mind is the reason of all types of bondage and liberation. And this bondage or liberation doesn't deal with spirituality only. It is expressed in all walks of life, all levels of life, all levels of mental, physical, and spiritual planes, all achievements and all processes, all science and technologies of all different levels to achieve anything what one desires. So, mind body solution, all mind body solutions, its relation, how it works, science and technology of relation of mind and body, how beautifully mind can be utilized to achieve the best potential of the human physiology. All these things are described in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Everything is available in so great detail. There is no need to roam here and there. Just settle down in the beautiful Vedic science and get all solutions.